Welcome to CineBuster, the YouTube channel that tells the real stories behind the cars on and off screen. And today, the vehicle is a Kenworth K100C Aerodyne, the red and white cabover that carried BJ McKay and his chimpanzee co-pilot Bear across 3 seasons of NBC television, and into the cultural memory of anyone who watched it. 5 trucks were built for the show across its run. If you love film cars, subscribe to CineBuster, leave a like, and now, lights, camera, action. BJ and the Bear aired on NBC from February 10, 1979 to May 9, 1981. 3 seasons created by Glenn A. Larson and Christopher Crowe, starring Greg Evigan as Billy Joe McKay, a freelance itinerant trucker from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who roams the American highway system with a chimpanzee named Bear riding in the passenger seat. Bear was named after Paul Bear Bryant, the University of Alabama football coach, which is a detail that lodged itself in the memory of everyone who watched the show and never quite left. Evigan performed many of his own stunts and driving scenes, which meant the man on screen was actually operating the truck in a meaningful percentage of the sequences audiences saw. The theme song was written by Larson and performed by Evigan himself. The show was produced at the peak of the American trucking and CB radio craze that had run through the mid to late 1970s, and it sat in a specific cultural moment. Smokey and the Bandit, Convoy, and Movin' On had all landed in the years just before it, and BJ and the Bear was the television equivalent of that same cultural energy. K100 Aerodyne became one of the most recognizable trucks in American television history, not because of anything particularly dramatic that happened to it, but because it was on screen every week for 3 years and it looked exactly right for the character driving it. The Kenworth K100C Aerodyne was Kenworth's flagship cabover truck of the late 1970s. A cabover engine configuration where the cab sits directly above the engine rather than behind a long hood, giving the truck its distinctive flat-paced profile and maximizing the usable trailer length within federal length limits. The Aerodyne designation referred to the sleeper configuration, a raised roofline over the sleeping area that improved aerodynamics compared to a standard box sleepover, and gave the truck its particular silhouette. It was not the most common configuration on American highways in 1979, which is partly why it read so distinctive on screen. A K100C Aerodyne in red and white, with its flat face and raised sleeper roof, had a presence in the frame that a conventional long-nosed truck simply does not produce. Kenworth provided trucks to the production across the show's run, with Greg Evigan later confirming to the trucking press that they were provided a new truck every year for the show. 5 trucks in total were built for BJ and the Bear across its 3-season run. 2 1978 K100C Aerodynes, 1 1979, and 2 more built in 1980, as the show entered its final season. All were finished in the same red and white scheme. All were operated as genuine working picture trucks driven by Evigan and the stunt team, used in chase sequences and parking lot maneuvers and the kind of sustained highway driving that a television production schedule demands across a full season of filming. The show only lasted 3 seasons. The trucks lasted considerably longer, and where each of them went after the show ended is the story this video is actually about. The late 70s were the cabover era on American highways. Federal length regulations in most states at the time measured the total length of the truck and trailer combined, which meant a shorter cab left more room for trailer length, and more trailer length meant more freight. The cabover engine configuration, where the driver sits directly over the front axle rather than behind a long hood, was the most space-efficient solution and dominated the owner-operator market as a result. The Kenworth K100C was the prestige option in that configuration. Expensive, well-built, and carrying the Kenworth name that meant something specific in the trucking community. An owner-operator who bought a K100C in 1978 was making a statement about what kind of trucker they were. Greg Evigan's character, BJ McKay, was precisely that kind of trucker. Independent, skilled, principled about what he would and would not haul. And the K100C Aerodyne was the truck that communicated all of that without the show having to explain it. The irony is that within a few years of the show going off the air, federal deregulation and changes to length regulations began shifting the market back toward conventional long-nosed trucks. The cabover era that made the K100C the dominant prestige choice gradually ended through the 1980s. The truck that defined an era of American highway culture was becoming less common on actual highways. At the same time, the show that made it famous was fading from memory. After BJ and the Bear was canceled in 1981, the trucks did not disappear. Universal kept them on the lot as working picture vehicles, part of the transportation department's pool of available assets that any production on the lot could draw from when they needed a specific type of truck on short notice. A K100C Aerodyne with a recognizable silhouette was a useful thing to have available. The shows confirmed to have used the truck after BJ and the Bear include Street Hawk, Knight Rider, and Quantum Leap. All Universal Television productions where pulling a familiar truck from the lot was more efficient than sourcing one externally. There was also a Stallone film in the mix, which is the kind of detail that the trucking community has been trying to pin down for years. The truck's subsequent owner, Craig, who purchased it from Universal in 2005, described it simply as a Stallone movie without being able to name the specific production. That narrows the window to somewhere between 1981 and the early 1990s, which covers a lot of Stallone films and does not resolve the question. If anyone watching this can identify which Stallone production featured a red and white Kenworth K100C Aerodyne on a Universal lot, that's a piece of information the trucking community would very much like to have. The orange trailer that accompanied the truck on BJ and the Bear kept working alongside it on some of these post-show productions. Alan Milano, the transportation boss who oversaw the Universal lot during this era, later confirmed that both the BJ and the Bear trailer and the Knight Rider trailer were sold off around the year 2000. Stuntman Jack Gill, who had worked with these vehicles across multiple productions, confirmed that date as the last time he saw them. The trailers left the lot, the tractors stayed a little longer. If you love movie trucks, you should subscribe to CineBuster right now, and if this video is less than 7 days old, please hype it and share it. First week engagement is everything for this channel. The individual fates of all 5 trucks are coming up next. The first confirmed survivor is the 1980 K100C Aerodyne found in an overgrown field in Douglasville, Georgia in 2007 by a man named Mike Johnson. The field held it the way Georgia fields hold things, quietly and thoroughly, with weeds growing up around the frame and time doing what time does to unprotected sheet metal. Johnson photographed it in place, and the images circulated in the fan community online, where they were initially met with doubt. Community members had seen false claims before. Several made the trip to Georgia to see it in person and confirmed it was genuine. A father and son named Craig and Paul Sagehorn then purchased it and restored it to the original red and white specification seen on the show. Paul had been running a replica K100C Aerodyne built to the same spec for years. He knew every detail of the configuration from the outside in. When he heard through an old fan group message board that a member named James Duncan owned one of the actual production trucks, he moved on it. The Sagehorn truck is now on the road, hauling a reefer trailer across the lower 48 states. It appears at truck shows. A truck that sat in a Georgia field for the better part of 2 decades is back doing exactly what a Kenworth K100C Aerodyne was built to do. The second confirmed survivor is a 1980 K100C Aerodyne purchased directly from Universal Studios in 2005 by a man named Craig who lives in Australia. Craig has been working to locate the original orange trailer that went with it on the show without confirmed success. The third truck, one of the 1978 K100C Aerodynes, is reportedly owned by a gentleman from Australia, but kept in Pennsylvania. Nobody in the community has seen it in years. The fourth truck is the second 1980 K100C found in Florida, with a serial number 1 digit newer than the Sagehorn truck. The kind of detail that matters when a community is establishing provenance across a fleet of identically painted vehicles. Paul Sagehorn has spoken with this owner directly. The fifth truck, the remaining 1978 K100C, has not surfaced in any verified public record. No sighting, no current owner claim, no documentation. 5 trucks built for 1 television show, 2 with confirmed recent activity, 1 in Pennsylvania that nobody has seen in years, 1 in Florida, and 1 that simply has not appeared anywhere that people looking for it have been able to find. The chimpanzee who rode in all of them has been out of the picture considerably longer. The most complete picture currently available places 2 of the 5 trucks in active or documented private ownership with confirmed locations. One in Pennsylvania that nobody has seen in years, one in Florida with a verified serial number, and one simply absent from any public record. The Sagehorn truck is the one the community has seen most recently. At truck shows, on the road, hauling actual freight in the hands of people who understood what they had and chose to keep it working rather than display it under glass. That's actually the right outcome for a Kenworth K100C Aerodyne. It was built to haul freight down American highways for a very long time. 3 seasons of NBC television, several other productions on the Universal lot, an overgrown field in Georgia, a restoration, and now a reefer trailer across 48 states. If you happen to spot a red and white Kenworth K100C Aerodyne on the highway and you are old enough to remember the theme song, there's a reasonable chance you're looking at one of the 5 trucks that carried a chimpanzee named Bear across the American highway system for 3 seasons of 1970s television. Wave if you see it, and definitely take a picture. Thanks for watching. This channel grows because you share it and every comment gets read. Subscribe to CineBuster for more stories like this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.